This 9-pound hammer, it's a little too heavy for my size, honey, for my size. Oh, I'm going on the mountain, gonna see my baby, but I ain't coming back. No, I ain't coming back. Mike Music Method. We got Townes Van Zandt's 9-pound hammer, and now I know he didn't write the song. Did Merle Travis write it? I probably should have looked this up. I don't know. My great buddy, this video, by the way, was brought to you by Michael Mueller. Big hug to Michael Mueller. And, of course, to all my patrons, anyone who's donating out on PayPal, Patreon, and supporting this channel. Thank you. You make these videos possible. So now we have Townes' version of this great song, 9-Pound Hammer. Merle's was too hard. I didn't want to do it. I could have did it, maybe. I could have did it, but I was being lazy, maybe. This one's great. This is a fun song, too. I'll tackle Merle's another day, Michael. Start with this one. And so the capo's up on the 4th fret, and I'm doing the version that's live on the live at the old quarter, capo 4. And that's it. If you're a beginner, always click, I forget which side, this side, on my Travis Picking playlist. Go through the first 4 videos in those series, because if you don't, this is going to be very confusing and kind of hard. So get those basic concepts down in those video links and tackle this one. It's not easy. Some tricky stuff happening. Go slow. We're going to have fun. We're going to do it together as usual. You know, CFG, but Townes somehow makes it beautiful and unique and interesting the whole time. And that's why we love him. Let's start playing music already. Here we go. First measure. Remember, we got the capo on the 4th fret, and we start on a G chord, but Townes is giving us a lot of extra notes and color at the beginning. This is a really cool, kind of tricky pickup beat here. I'll play it for you to speed. Got a lot going on. We start with just a G chord. All we need is a ring finger on the 3rd fret there. Good news is, right, our thumb's doing what it usually does, hopping between 6 and 4. It's all the stuff that's in between here. So 6, then I'm pinching 4 and 3. And that's open. They're both open. So 6, 4, and 3. Then I'm pinching 6 and 3. And then immediately I'm hitting that 3rd string again, but I'm putting my 2nd fret down there. I'm using the middle finger to do the 2nd fret there. So it goes from open to 2. So it's 6, 4, 3, 6, 3, and then immediately 3 again with that middle finger down on the 2nd fret there. Then the thumb follows through on the 4th string again, and then immediately you're hitting the 1st fret on the 2nd string. And that's the note C, and we're anticipating that C chord that is about to come. So when I hit that C, I'm lifting my ring finger here, and I'm not putting them down yet because I still want that 4th string to ring, but I'm getting them ready to play down in the next measure, which we'll get to. But let's do that again slow. 6, 4, 3, 6, 3, 3 again. Then thumb on the 4th, and then 1st fret on the 2nd string. 3, 4. Pretty cool, huh? Go slow and you'll get it. Measure 2. So on this C chord, we're going to utilize the 5th string and the 6th. So we're hopping a lot of, we're going to do a lot of back and forth with our ring finger. Oh, it's actually, the pattern's going to be 5, 3, 6, 3. So my ring finger needs to do that dance. 3rd fret on the A string, 3rd fret on the E string. And we're doing that big jump all the way to the 3rd. So 5th, 3rd, 6th, 3rd. And this is a pretty common pattern whenever he plays the C chord in this song. And here's the whole thing. Not too bad. So we've got thumb, thumb, and that and is the 2nd string. I'm using the index finger. Thumb, thumb, and then it's 6th string, thumb, thumb, and first string open. I'm using my middle finger there. So it's 5, 3, 2, 6, 1, and then you end 3 with your thumb, and then 2. Thumb, thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index. Measure 3. Most pickers would end, you know, there. That's pretty enough, but not Townes. Look at how much more color he gives you on the simple C chord here. So cool. So we had measure 2. And now right into measure 3, we got all this extra color. We're doing the same basic pattern with our thumb, right? 5, 3, 6, 3. But look at all these in between notes. We have 5, 1. I'm doing that with my middle finger. 5, 1, 3, 2 is with your index. So far, so good. 5, 1, 3, 2. That's the first half of that measure. First 4/8 notes. And then we pinch here. We move that ring finger to the 6th string, and we're pinching 6 and 1. Then our pinky goes down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string to get that sound. And then our, so let's do that slow. So we're pinching 6 and 1. My pinky goes down on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. I hit that immediately, so pinch 6, 1, 2nd string. And then I'm doing 3rd string with the thumb. Then I lift the pinky and play the 2nd string again. So that's just the second half of that measure. It's pinch 6 and 1, 2nd, 3, 2nd. Pinch, 2, 3, 2. You got all that pinky work. Pinch, put the pinky down, 3rd string open, lift the pinky, and do that 2nd string again. Sometimes it's helpful to ignore the bass note for a second, so get rid of that low 3 and look at just the tab notes up top. So you can kind of hear that melody. Together, 3, 4. So happy and jolly when you get it up to speed. That's why you love Townes. As I said earlier in the video, this one was brought to you by Michael Mueller and all my patrons. I ask you if you're getting great. This is the value for value model, what I'm doing here. None of my content is behind a paywall. You can get the tabs free at my website. The videos are free. All this knowledge, you know, I'm transcribing them by ear, taking time to write the tab, to learn it. I mean, how many good tabs of these songs are out there? Not many. So I feel like I'm bringing good value. I'm putting a lot of time into these videos. And if you're getting value from them, all I do is ask to give some back. If you can become a monthly supporter, that would be the greatest way. You know, 20 bucks a month, 10 bucks a month. If you got $5 a month, whatever you can do, $1 a month. Value for value. What are you getting from these videos? Is this like a private guitar lesson? How much does it mean to you? Is it worth $100 a month? You know, maybe you're going, this guy on YouTube's pretty good. I don't need a guitar teacher. There you go. I'm saving you, what, $160 a month, weekly lessons? So consider. That's all that I'm asking. And if you can't, that's fine. Subscribe, share, like, and just enjoy the content. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. But if you're someone who's getting great value, consider. And also note that by you giving me a couple bucks, it's buying me time to make more of these. And I want to catalog every single Townes song, every single John Hurt song. And just think every kid out there or person who's having, you know, hard times, they're still able to learn from this video without paying anything. And it's your contributions that are helping me to make these. And it's like a charitable act, you know? You give some to me, I can make these videos, and it can be free for the people who can't afford it. You get what I'm saying, the value for value model. Let's get back to the song. For all you singers, I'm just going to start singing it from the get-go so you can see how the words fit with the picking. If you're not a singer, well, it's just extra practice for you. So we're going to do that pickup, even though at the end of the song you'll see that the ending that returns back to the beginning is a little different, but we can just practice to the pickup here. 3, 4. Well, that 9-pound measure 4, the F chord, I am doing it how I usually do it, which is the thumb wrapped around there. And we don't need the first string, so I'm doing the first fingers only on the second string. No need to bar it. Just the second string, right? First, second, 3. It's a staircase. 1, 2, 3. Second string, third string, fourth, and the thumb's over the top. And that's my F, because we're always skipping 6 to 4, so we don't need the 5th string. That's measure 4 there. 6, so it's thumb back and forth between 6 and 4. We have 6, 3, 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 2, right? Thumb, index, thumb, middle. And the second half is 6, 2, but we put our pinky down again. Same pinky trick. So 6, 2, 4 with our thumb, and then lift the pinky and back to that second string. That's that second half. So that whole measure. Measure 5, F again, a little trickier though. Check this one out. We've got 6 to 3, thumb, index, then our thumb's on 4. Then we lift our middle finger and we play it open, and we're gonna hammer those. So let's go slow. So 6, 3, 4, then the third string is open, and then we're gonna hammer right back down to 2 with that middle finger. It's gonna hammer back down, but it's a compound movement. So when I hammer, I'm also hitting the 6th string. So I'm hammering the 3rd, but fretting the 6th. So you get 2 sounds. You get the hammer there, or sorry, you get the picking there, right? My thumb hitting it, and also the hammer on from that open with this finger there. So you get 2 sounds, but I know it may be hard to see, but I'm only hitting that 6th string with my thumb, and I got a nice strong hammer. Remember that you want that hammer you want to think that your guitar is way back at the wall. Well, you don't want to bend it, but you get the idea. You want to get that strength and also the speed of when you hit it. Makes it a little louder as well. So we have 6, 3, 4, lift the 3rd string and hammer it. And then you immediately hit the 2nd string with your middle finger. Slow. Again, 3, 4. And then the last 2 notes, we have open, open. Thumb on the 4th open, and then the 3rd string open. I know that sounds weird, but again, he's kind of like implying a very brief G, but more so he's giving his hand a second to transfer to the next chord, which is a C chord. To the C chord in measure 6. Measure 6, back to a C chord. But again, some really cool color that Townes does here. So regular C chord, and here I'm not hearing the back and forth, I'm just hearing 5 to 4. So it's 5, 2, 4, 3, thumb, middle, thumb, index. Then we're pinching 5 and 1. Pulling off. Oh, sorry. When we do that pinch on 1, our pinky's down on the 3rd fret. And then he's pulling off with the pinky. Good stuff. Good stuff. Nice strong pinky. Then thumb hits the 3rd string, and then you actually lift your 1st finger. It's open. You can kind of lift your whole hand there, because we're going to go to a G chord then. So you can think of it ending 3, 2. They're both open. Thumb, index. Measure 7 is a G chord, but we have this low G, and our pinky is also going to play the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So find that note. Let's do this. And a little more color and movement that Townes gives us. I know right now you're probably going, oh, what the heck, Mike? There's too many weird nuances. And there are, and it's not easy, but this is what's going to make you a really great finger picker. And just being able to incorporate these little things over the G chord, the C chord, is going to make your playing awesome. Even if you're not playing this song, you can steal these ideas. It's going to make other town songs easier. So if this takes you a stupid amount of time to learn, don't worry, because these little patterns and tricks are going to apply to all sorts of other songs. So hang in there. This is a process. You're doing it. All right, so back to whatever I was saying. 5, 6, measure 7. We got that G chord. My thumb's just doing, well, it's a little tricky here because it's 6, 4, 6, 3. At the end, it gives us the 3. Now, bigger picture thing, like if I'm going to sing this song and play it, I'm probably not going to get that third string in there, right? I'd really have to rehearse this song. And maybe if I was going to perform it, maybe I'd think about getting that note. But honestly, if it's just 6, 4, 6, 4, it's not the end of the world. But these little nuances, if you really want to make your playing better, are important. So we've got 6 and, I'm playing the second string there, 6, 2, 4, 1, and that 1 is open. So it's kind of like a G6 chord because you have the E in there. 6, 4, sorry, 6, 2, 4, 1, 6, 2, 3, and then you play 2 again, but you move it to the first fret by lifting the pinky. 6, 2, 4, 1, 6, 2, 3, move the 2. There's the 4. There's the 3. Thumb doing that tricky work. So peppy, isn't it? Really happy and jolly. Bear with me here. I'm going to sing it with you. We're going to learn, you know, this whole thing together. I haven't been rehearsing, so this is good. This is how we learn. Let's do the pickup here. Well, this 9-pound hammer is a little too heavy. This part's hard for my size. Honey, for my size. So there's that tricky part on the F. For my size. Whoops. So you want to do that slow and kind of line up when the words are hitting with the fingers. For my size. It's after that hammer. For my size. Actually not that hard when you break it down. Honey, for my size. And let's finish it up. Measure 8, back to just this basic C chord. And pretty easy run of it. It's 5, 1, 3, 2, and it's 6, 1, 3, 2. So we don't have any of the crazy fills or finger things, just 5, 1, 3, 2, 6, 1, 3, 2. Just that ring finger of the left hand doing a little bit of work. And I'm doing thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index. Measure 9, we got a cool little walk here. Goofy, but you'll get it. We're on a C chord. Let's do it. So we have a C chord. I'm holding down a C chord. And I'm doing 5 to 3, and that's thumb, index, because it's a quick tempo. And then the thumb goes to the 6th string there. And I'm moving my finger. And then we do the thumb again on the 6th string. And when I do that, I'm moving, it's kind of like an F chord. I don't know how you want to think about it, but I want the 2nd fret on the 3rd string and the 1st fret on the 1st. I don't know how you want to think about that. It's kind of like a G6, and then he switches to a C, but you can move those two together. Maybe it's helpful to see it that way. 1 and 2 on the 2nd and 3rd string. So it is 5, 3, 6, 6. Then I'm hitting 3 with my index finger, and my middle finger's down. Then the thumb is on 4, and then middle finger on the 2nd string. So let's just do the second half of this measure. It's pretty tricky, but the pattern with your right hand is 6, 3, 4, 2. So fairly easy. 6, 3, 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 2, and it's like this G chord with both of these down. Again, it's like a G6, and then he's moving to C, but it's way easier to just think about it as that strange chord shape. So once you get it into that position, it's pretty easy. That's it, 6, 3, 4, 2. It's just hard to get there. And then right back to a C. Real slow again, though. Move your fingers. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a C here. Move that finger up. And then I'm just moving my middle finger down a fret, or a string. That's probably easier to think about. C chord. Then right here, moving that middle finger down to the 3rd string. Let me see if we can get a better angle. And then this one's already there for the 1, so that's all you have to do. And then right into back into a C chord. And here the pattern is really similar. We're at the halfway point, but the chords are going to be the same. But of course, Townes puts in some more tricks and frills. I don't want to tell you this, but I kind of do. If you wanted to call it a day here, you could, because the pattern basically repeats. But if you're up for a challenge and want to get those fingers going, let's keep going together. I got more in me. Do you have more in you? Yes, you do. Come along for the journey now. Let's do it. All right, measure 10, I believe, let me toggle here, is exactly the same as a 9/8. Right, we just have a C chord, and it's 5, 1, 3, 2, 6, 1, 3, 2. So we already did that. And now, the dreaded measure 11. Townes does this exact same trick in Delta Mama Blues. So if you've done that song and you labored over that freaking trick and that probably took you forever, it took me forever. Check this out, he does the exact same trick. Same move on a C chord, exact same thing. If you haven't done it, Delta Mama, and learned it yet, I apologize, because this measure will drive you insane. This is an unknown Townes factoid, but it's this measure here, measure 11, that this is what drove Townes to drinking, drug abuse, you know, all these terrible things, all the drugs he did, playing Russian roulette with a revolver. It was this measure of music, him trying to learn it. So this is not for the faint-hearted. If you're worried, skip this measure. Play just a simple measure of C, however you want to do it, and move on with your life. But for you lunatics, let's do it. Measure 11. There's so many notes in there. How do they all get in there? What's happening? It took me forever to figure it out. Again, with Delta Mama. But then once I heard this, I was like, I know that trick. I felt really good. I'm not going to lie. There was a, Lord forgive me, but there was a big sense of pride in my heart when I realized, like, I already know how to play that really complicated part because I've slaved over it in the other song. But don't get too prideful, because there's always a better player than you, always. Always someone more loving and compassionate. But we try our best, don't we? And we keep growing every day. We do. And we ask the big guy for help all the time. You should be. All right, let's do it. Measure 11. So what's happening here is we have a C chord. The thumb's going back and forth between 6 and 3. And what we have at the beginning is 6, and our pinky's down on the 3rd fret when we play that first string. So I keep saying 6, but it's 5, 3, 5, 3. Sorry. 5, 1 with our pinky down. 5, 1, 3, and then we pull off the pinky. So it's kind of like a triplet in there. 5, 1, and then right after we hit 3, we pull off with our pinky and then immediately hit the 2nd string. 5, 1st string, 3rd, pull off, and then the 2nd string. The sound that you're going for. 5, 1, 3, pull off, 2nd string. So you might want to do like, start from the 2nd note of the measure, 4, sorry. So it's you pick that first string, hit the thumb, you pull off with the pinky, then you hit the second string. And that's going to fry your brain because you want to associate that note that you're pulling off with a finger, and you don't know where it is rhythmically. So rhythmically, I can't even talk. I'm thinking too much about this measure. So we're going to do that slow again. That's what you're going for. 5, 1, 3, pull off, 2. 5, 1, 3, pull off, 2. And then the second half of the measure, we're pinching 5 and 1. Then I'm putting my pinky down on the second string, 3rd fret. What up, boy? Well, I'm making a little video for my friends on YouTube. You want to say hi? Yeah. Yeah, tell them what you're eating. What do you got there? What did Mama give you? Oh, she gave you a snack, didn't she? You're a lucky boy. Yeah, but I got it all by myself. You did? Did Mama give you that many? Can you have that many? That's kind of a lot of goldfish. Is that too many goldfish? It's kind of a lot. Don't eat all of them. You get a bellyache. Got to eat healthy foods. Tell everyone about the healthy foods they should eat. What's a healthy food? Are goldfish healthy? Not really. Not really at all. All right, go enjoy them, okay? You had some good foods earlier. Can you close the door for me? All right, well, I'll come check on you in a moment. That's Jethro, my second child, just turned 4. Whoop. Second half of the measure, we're pinching 5 and 1, and then I'm playing the second string. My pinky goes down on the 3rd fret. Then my thumb's on the 3rd, and then I'm lifting that pinky and playing the second string again. So pinch 5, 1, 2 with the pinky down, 3, back to 2 with the pinky up. And there you want to wait till the last moment to put the pinky down and the last moment to lift it. So you get that really smooth legato, kind of seamless. It's what makes it so beautiful. I keep messing up the beginning now too. Little twinkle, twinkle that sounds does. Get to it. I know you can do it. Go slow. Measure 12 is the same as 5. It's an F chord. Not going to go over it again, but there it is. 13 is still an F chord, but some new material here. Here we have 6, 3, 4, 3. 6, 3, 4, 3 on an F chord. And then we're pinching 6 and 2, but my pinky goes down. Right, same trick that we've seen a bunch. And then you immediately lift the pinky. So pinch, and then you lift the pinky and play the second string again. And then here, the thumb plays the 3rd string, and then you lift the 3rd and you play it again. And I'm doing thumb index just to keep that rhythm thing going. 4 and, or the beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and thumb and. Oh, I missed it there. But 2 open at the end. It's kind of like a little lead line. 6, 3, 4, 3, pinch and thumb, thumb. Measure 9. Let's sing it a little bit. Put it together here. Going up on a mountain to see my baby. I ain't coming back. And then we'll finish it. So let's do that again. Kind of tricky. I would take this really slow. Going up on a mountain to see my baby. I ain't coming go slow and work on it. The boy's still eating goldfish. Let's finish strong. We're doing good. You're doing it, guys. Let's keep going together. Good news is measure 14 was the same as 6. That's C with that pinky pull off. And then we've... Oh, wait, I'm not doing that. Anticipate, right? You play that open. Then we go to a G, and we've seen this before. Right? Well, what is it here? Yeah, that's the same as 7. Exactly the same as 7. And then 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 17 is the same as 8. Let's talk about measure 17. If you want to use the previous little fill, I personally like that one better. This one's subtly different. Not a big deal, but here it is. Really similar hopping thing to the other ending. But it's 5, 1. Then you go to a G chord. 6, 4, 5, 1. And I'm doing a thumb, middle, thumb, index. So it's a C chord. Then think of a G chord. Then it's kind of that weird same ending before where you put 1 and 2 down there. But it's still a G chord. And it's 6, 3, 4, 1. So the whole measure. Again, that's how my ear heard it. I know it's just like, why didn't he play it the same way? He didn't. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe he just kind of improvised his way through it. I don't know, but there it is. And then one more measure. I have it at the end here, measure 18. This will sometimes replace measure 17 at the ending. So he's got a couple different fills and things that he's doing. And it's this. Really similar to what we've seen before. It's a C chord. I'm doing 5 to 1. Put my pinkies down on the 3rd fret on that 1st string. So 5, 1, 3, 2. 5, 1, 3, 2. Easy. 5, 1, 3, 2. Then you lift your pinky. You pinch 5 and 1. Then you put your pinky down on the 2nd string. Then it's 3. And then back to the 2nd string, but you lift your pinky. That's the 2nd half. Nice little dance with the pinky. So that whole measure. As usual, give yourself a pat on the back. You've made it. We'll do some slow run-throughs together. We'll talk about the whole vocal part. And you got it. Whenever I'm learning to sing a song, I will not put in all the details. I've talked about this in a few other videos. But I'll sometimes just start with a thumb and make sure I have a good understanding of the thumb and the chords. So let's look at the chorus now, just because we already sang through the verse. I give you examples of that. But so, roll on, buddy. Don't you roll so slow. Tell me, how can I roll when the wheels won't go? And you can look exactly what the thumb's doing there. There I was just generically giving you, walking on the C. You can do the alternate walk to the F. Then a C to a G. And I'm just trying to get used to singing to that. Roll on, buddy. Don't you roll so slow. Tell me, how can I roll when the wheels won't go? And you want to get used to that. Then maybe you're adding your index finger in between there. Even if it's not the pattern, that's fine. Just give it some hop, back and forth always. Every time I play the thumb, I follow it up with the index on the 3rd string. Roll on, buddy. Don't you roll so slow. Tell me, how can I roll when the wheels won't go? So that's one way to start to separate your brain that's singing from your fingers. It's a lot of work for your brain. And then eventually, maybe you do this. I'm doing thumb, index, thumb, middle. Roll on, buddy. Don't you roll so slow. Tell me, how can I roll when the wheels won't go? If you're having trouble doing any of these, then it's going to be really hard to do all that finesse and fills and cool little embellishments that Townes is doing. So start there. You don't have to play all that crazy stuff. Maybe you do that crazy, cool, flashy stuff when you can concentrate and focus and it's your intro. And then when you're singing, just, you know, pick a simple, straightforward, repetitive picking pattern so you don't have to think about it. The key is that it's repetitive, right? You're doing something, even if the chords change, your right hand is doing some kind of pattern that allows you to focus on your singing and the melody. And then, you know, there's breaks in the song, and you can fill it in with all that cool stuff, once again, when you're not singing. And that's the idea. Or you do what I did, you know, earlier in the video, where you're really going slow with all the fills and making sure you know what syllable you're singing on what note. Because unless your brain understands it, don't just try to play the full complicated part and wing it, because chances are that's not going to work. So you really want to bust out the magnifying glass. I talk about that a lot too. Bust out the trusty magnifying glass, pick a measure, super slow, inserting the lyric over it, and bit by bit, over maybe it takes you 2 months, you're going to build the song up, but then you're going to be able to play this excellent song and ace it with all the cool embellishments. As requested and as promised, here's a slow run through. I know it's easy to get lost during the video. Where the heck am I in the song? So here we can play, jam on it together. I'm going to attempt to sing it, so I will learn it together. We can learn and bear with each other slowly here. 3, 4. This 9-pound hammer is a little too heavy for my size. Funny for my size. Well, I'm going to the mountain, gonna see my baby. I ain't coming back. No, I ain't coming back. Weird. Well, roll on, buddy. Yeah. Tell me, how can I roll when the wheels won't go? So roll on, buddy. Tell me, how can I roll? Tell me, how can I roll when the wheels won't go? Tell how little I know the melody here. And I keep messing up here. We'll roll on, buddy. We'll roll on, buddy. For a load of coal. Well, how can I roll when the wheels won't go? See me struggle through it. Sometimes people ask, like, hey, how do you practice? How do you learn this? And that's it. It's going to be a lot of mistakes. I'm sorry if they're driving you nuts as I make them, but I know sometimes it's helpful for people to see just exactly what I'm doing and how I struggle through these songs myself. I'll give you one more clean one with no singing, just so you can focus on the guitar part. And then we'll call it a day, and I know you guys got this down. 3, 4. If you're worried, skip this measure. Play just a simple measure of C, however you want to do it, and move on with your life.